From the CBS Bay Area studios, this is KPIX 5 News.
Welcome back to KPIX 5 this morning. Time now 6:29. I'm Melissa Kane.
Good morning. I'm Devin Fehely.
And still no signs of a woman who was buried by a landslide at Fort Funston in San Francisco. Now, she and a friend were walking near the cliffs on Friday when a 75-foot wall of sand gave way above them. And yesterday, a U.S. Coast Guard helicopter hovered over the area looking for that missing woman. Officials say the high tides could have washed her body out into the ocean, but they're still not sure.
One woman was buried up to her shoulders and was pulled out by bystanders.
The dog the two were walking also escaped, and at this point, we do not know the identity of the missing woman.
Happening today, talks are set to resume between the Oakland Unified School District and the union representing thousands of striking teachers. The teachers union is pushing for more money and smaller class sizes. They also want more student support services. What they don't want is for that money to come from closing or consolidating schools. The school district has made a counteroffer, but the two sides are still far apart on the specifics. The union president says his members and parents can expect an update at 6 o'clock tonight. Now, we will bring you an update just as soon as it happens. In the meantime, we have posted a strike survival guide for parents on KPIX.com. There's also a look back at the last strike in 1996.
And people in Richmond may have smelled natural gas overnight, but PG&E says there's no need to worry. The company is doing some deliberate venting at Pachero and Foothill Avenues just north of 580. Now, this enables crews to replace a section of pipeline. The main venting happened yesterday morning, and PG&E says the natural gas dissipates quickly into the atmosphere and is not hazardous.
More details are emerging about the death of longtime public defender of San Francisco. Jeff Adachi's office says that he was having dinner with a friend Friday night when he began to have trouble breathing. He is being remembered as a true public servant who gave decades of his life working to defend people who didn't have enough money to afford private attorneys. Adachi joined San Francisco's public defender's office in 1987. He was first elected to the top job in 2002, and just last month he began his fifth term in office. Matt Gonzalez worked alongside Adachi for nearly 30 years in the public defender's office, the last 8 as his second in command.
He was very devoted to the work, and he believed very much that whether or not you were rich or poor, you should have access to justice.
Chief Attorney Gonzalez will replace Adachi on an interim basis. The exact cause of Adachi's death is under investigation, and police say that right now there is no indication of foul play. He was 59. San Francisco Mayor London Breed says she worked with Adachi for years on criminal justice reform.
He was about trying to change lives and save lives, and we work really closely with him, and it's a real loss to not only our community, but our city.
Governor Gavin Newsom also weighed in a statement. He said San Francisco lost a dedicated servant of the public in Jeff Adachi. He was passionate about fighting for fairness and leading the charge on progressive criminal justice policy.
And California Republicans are gathering in Sacramento this weekend to figure out what to do after big losses in the midterms. Delegates at the Republican State Convention will choose a new leader later this morning. 3 candidates are in the running: Travis Allen, Steve Frank, and Jessica Patterson. Now, Allen has just run for governor. He says the party needs to raise money and have a presence in every neighborhood, while Frank says voter registration is the key.
We must organize every precinct and every street across the state of California.
For 6 years, we have not done any voter registration. We need to do that. We've not reached out to the general public. We need to do that.
The third candidate, Jessica Patterson, says the party should embrace all Republicans and focus on fighting Democrats. The GOP is a super minority in the state legislature. The party holds no statewide offices, and out of 55 Californians in Congress, only 7 are Republicans. Now, the actual election for the next chairperson will take place later this morning at around 9:45. And Pope Francis has wrapped up his landmark Vatican 4-day summit on sexual abuse. He vowed to confront abusers with the, quote, wrath of God. Survivors have been demanding accountability for the Catholic Church officials who turned a blind eye to abuse. More than 100 bishops gathered at the Pope's official residence yesterday for a group confession. They also heard from a survivor of clerical sexual abuse. And German Cardinal Reinhard Marx talked about the importance of accurately reporting abuse.
Files that could have documented the terrible deeds and named those responsible were destroyed or not even created. Instead of the perpetrators, the victims were regulated and silence imposed on them.
Cardinal Marx was pressed to explain what documents he was referring to that were destroyed, but he only referred to church-commissioned reports that say documents had been manipulated and did not contain what they should have.
Senator Kamala Harris ran a bit of a marathon down the campaign trail in Iowa this weekend. The Oakland native attended 4 events in 3 different cities, including an Asian and Latino coalition meeting and an Iowa Democratic Party Black Caucus event. Now, the former California Attorney General also issued a statement on the sudden passing of San Francisco public defender Jeff Adachi. It reads in part, "Jeff never stopped working for a justice system that provided equal dignity and never stopped believing in our power to make it better. And it is now on all of us to continue that work."
And getting around campus at a Sacramento college just got a lot easier.
Yeah, the university just rolled out its new fleet of self-driving shuttles. Check it out. It's called Ollie. It's roaming the campus of Sac State University. 8 people can fit on board, and there's a special spot reserved for the safety steward. According to Local Motors, the company that makes Ollies, they're the first of their kind, electric and 3D printed.
We're the high-tech capital of the world, and we're the capital of that state, and it's really important for our students and our community to get exposed to autonomous vehicle operations.
So if you're ever running late, you could just run up to Ollie and be like, okay, like, take me to my class.
Civil engineering students at the university will get to study the shuttle's behavior as well as determine user experience and its popularity.
And new video this morning showing Prince Harry and his wife Meghan arriving in Morocco for the last royal tour before they become new parents. Morocco's Crown Prince greeted the couple to kick off their 3-day visit. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex will visit a school in the Atlas Mountains aimed at promoting girls' education and mental health in rural communities.
Now, before we go this morning, we wanted to just take a moment and thank Julie Watts for being here. This is going to be her last weekend shift with us. She's going to be heading soon to our sister station in Sacramento. And I know as my friend and my ally, we're going to miss you a lot.
I'm going to miss you guys. I'm going to miss the crew here. You guys are all amazing. It's been an amazing 10 years. I'll still be on the air here. I'll just be reporting from Sacramento.
We'll have to tune in there. Thank you.
Thanks for joining us.
CBS Sunday Morning with Jane Pauley next here on KPIX 5.